Well, I'm taking a break. I've been up here pretty much all day. I'm putting this metal on. That's the matches the other side over here. As I'm up on my upper deck. I had to pull that wall completely up and move it over. When you live in a house that is an A-frame and has all these crazy angles, it can be a challenge. And so can these bugs that are coming out. Ugh. Them, what do you call them? Asian beetles. Man, they're coming out. 70 degrees, that's when they like to come out. Yeah, they're everywhere. So when you see me doing that, that's what I'm going to be doing. Swatting at them. So anyway, while I'm up here, I figure I sit down and take a break. We'll see how this goes. I may have to move because they are everywhere. Everywhere. Well, we live in a world today where people can edit videos, they can post selfies, code a website, but they can't change a tire. All the skills that people had years ago that built this country, we're losing it. We are losing all the skills we had. And it's very important that we keep that alive. Now, some of the reasons could be, there's a lot of kids being raised today and by single mothers that don't have the construction skills like a man would have. Some of them do. There's going to be that one person out there saying, I know how to use a hammer. But for the most part, I think a lot of it is video games and computers and phones. Kids aren't outside watching the elders do these projects if they're even still out there, where these kids are growing up doing it. Everyone's a creator today, but nobody knows how to create anything. So it's important that we find somebody, if you're a single mother, if you have an uncle, you have a father or somebody that it doesn't even have to be construction. If they know how to do something, take them games away from the kids. Hey, you go watch him for a while. You would be surprised what people learn just by watching something. You may not master it. You may not be able to do it, but you know what tools it takes to do the job. You have an idea than if you'd never seen anybody do something. So if I have a 10-year-old kid watching me put in an electrical outlet, well, he's going to know what tools I'm using. He's going to get curious. It may bore him. But somewhere down the road in his life, he may remember, okay, yes, I remember he had electrical side cutters. And it's what he used right here. He may not even know how to hold them, but he knows what tool there is. And once you know what tool it is, and you get the tool, you'll figure it out. You got half a brain, you'll figure it out. And, the internet makes everybody think they're smart because they watched a video on how to do something. But actually getting out there and doing it, that's a whole different story. Like I said, if they don't know what tools to use or they don't know how to hold a certain tool or use one properly, it's not going to do them any good to watch a video. You just got to learn how to master the skills yourself. And you're not going to learn that sitting in front of a television, playing video games or swiping on your phone all day. Kids need to get out. They need to watch, put your kids in a car, go to somewhere where they're building a house, park across the street and let them watch for a minute. Watch the guys crawl up on the roof, do the roofing. You don't have to go up to the job site. They're not going to let you there anyway, okay? Unless they really, I don't know, they might hire the kids today. I don't know. And then later, if you can find somebody that can mentor them to help them get some hands-on skill, that's where they're really going to learn, and they might find something they really enjoy. There's all kinds of things we're always going to need: electrical, plumbing, mechanical work. Things will always be breaking, although we are moving to a society, if we're not already there, that we just replace things when they break. And we need to move away from that. We need to keep our skills in fixing things, because if we start losing mechanical ability, we're all screwed. We are all screwed. Military is a good place to learn a lot of this stuff. Now, I've said it before, a lot of people are against the military, but the military can teach skills, and they teach it in a very quick way. Military can take a 6-month college course and condense it into 6 weeks, and it is drilled into your head. You'll know what you're doing. Been to a few schools in the military. They are all masters at what they teach. You know, society has glamorized all the digital jobs, the work from home. But if you have something break in your house, you need to know how to fix that, or it's going to cost you a lot of money. You live out like where I do, which you couldn't do without some skills. You're going to have a hard time, because you're not going to be getting people, you're going to have a hard time getting tradesmen out here to do the job. If you can even get them, are they going to be reliable? Do they have a license? Those kind of things go on in rural life all the time. Somebody claims they can do this and that, and then they get here and do a job. Like the guy that did my roof, did a horrible job. And he worked for a roofer. He just did a horrible job. He didn't have that much experience. So those kind of things, just watching somebody older do this work. And the problem is the people that know how to do these things, people my age, we're not going to be around forever. And in 20 years, if these young people are not learning these skills about, any of these kind of skills, they're in trouble. They're going to be dependent on other people. And that's the problem. People today are depending on other people too much. You need to learn how, I know how to do quite a bit of, electrical, plumbing. I am by far not a master at any of them, but I can get the job done. I've rewired this whole house. I put all new plumbing in this house by myself. Nobody helped me. Yes, I got on YouTube. How do you wire a double, light switch that comes on when I turn it on, and the music will come on, and my fan will come on in the bathroom, and the light, when I turn the switch off for the light, the fan goes off because I'm going to forget. I figured out how to wire all that stuff to work the way that I want it. And once you do it enough times, you don't have to look at YouTube videos anymore. In fact, you can make YouTube videos on it. I think I made a few. Yeah. But we need to start teaching, at least taking these kids somewhere, to somebody. Everybody has somebody in their family that knows how to do these things. Even if it's just, you got a grandpa that works in his garage making doll houses for kids or something. They can learn basic carpentry skills and learn what, saws, how to use a saw, how to use drills. These things are important. And man, we're just, I've told the story before where we've had young people come out when I worked at the ranch, and they just don't have any skills. Can't even hold a shovel. That is a real thing. People that are today, and this is what gets me. I said this a few videos ago, that young people don't know how to change a tire. You know what their answer was on the video? Well, most of them just come with a can of Fix-A-Flat, and or you just call somebody. That's the mentality. You need to be able to fix the thing yourself. If you're out somewhere stranded, you may not be able to get help. Your life may depend on it. But I think it's got to the point where even if something like that happened, it wouldn't register. It would not register to them. They would just find something else to blame. So I don't know, man. I don't know if there's any hope at all. I make these videos on younger generations should do this and should do that, and you'll get some you can tell when the young people are responding. It's always a smart-ass comment, and they know it all. I know I knew it all when I was 21. I knew everything there was to know. You don't. You think you do, but you don't. You don't know squat. Squat diddly do. Boy, now the wasps are coming out, I tell you. I'm just going to assimilate with them. These Asian beetles are, oh my God, they're all, what they do is they nest with the wasps over winter. They get in between your house and the boards and stuff, and I need to mix me up some dish soap, Dawn dish soap, and you just spray it on them and they drop, and it'll kill the wasps too. Takes a bit, but it'll kill them. So anyway, just a bunch of rambling, guys, as I usually do. And I know I've had a lot of subscribers that have watched me over the years do my home DIY projects. And I took that channel that I started for my laser engraving that I was going to do, and it just didn't. People wouldn't watch because it was too sad. People will not watch anything that is sad. So I took that channel. What the hell did I name it? Dogman. Washita Dogman. I don't know. Something workshop. I put it in the community post. So after I'm finished with this project up here, whatever I start next, I'll start filming it, but I'm going to just film the whole thing and then put the video up. I'm not going to do like I used to do, filming every day. I'll wait till it's done. That way, because I know when I watch something like that, I like to see the whole thing get done, or a good part of it. So it'll be something I'm only going to be posting on a couple times a month. So that's going to be coming up in the future. I got all the camera equipment. I might as well do it. I kind of missed that. And a lot of people started, they see me start like the kitchen remodel, some of the other projects that I never finished. And the kitchen is going to get interesting because I'm going to probably tear it up again and start over. I'm going to leave my cabinets. Those cabinets are stout, and I might paint them though. Don't know, but that link is in, I'll put a link in this description if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I'm still going to keep making this videos on this channel and the Dogman channel. Thanks for watching. Happy trails.